It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network, as well as our own channel, Broncos Buzz on YouTube. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments, Spence's comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. Hey, we tried something new. I don't know how it came out because I won't know until after I watch the show. But hey, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We can't play that song. We can't play that song that we want to play. But hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we kind of did the train whistle, which is the end of the day. It's the end of the work week for the majority of people. It's the end of the work week for the majority of the people. So we thought we'd be a little bit different, be a little bit unique, do our own style, and we're gonna see how it works out. Hey, Victory Lap one is up 10 minutes before I clock in. No. The whistle's supposed to be for when you clock out. When you clock out, not clock in, dude.
He's got to clock into his job. So
well, I know. But that is cool. It's cool, man. Glad you chiming in on the chat as well. For sure. Really do appreciate you, man. Really do appreciate you. Spence, before we get into, we got breaking news, guys. We have major breaking news we're bringing before the topics we already have lined up. But before we get to that, Spence, how was your week? My goodness. Are we in January, almost February, and it's 81 degrees?
Oh, my God. It was. I know the rest of you guys in the nation who are watching us are going through a cold breeze and everything like that. If I could huff and puff and blow it out to you guys, I mean, right now in Colorado, I think it's 20 some odd degrees. I know mom and dad, let's see, here we go.
Batten down the hatches and bundle up. Gee.
Denver right now is 39 degrees. Montrose, Colorado, where my parents live, 33 degrees. I know that they're expecting an ice storm. I have a lot of coworkers in North Carolina who are bundling up for the weekends. Guys, no matter where you are, if it's going to be ice and cold, just stay safe. Mm-hmm. Make sure you have the supplies ready for whatever happens, and just no speeding on ice and snow to get there.
No speeding, period. That's not good anywhere.
Well, man, that too.
But especially in ice and snow. Oh my gosh, I just can't even imagine trying to drive it sometimes. I watched a video real quick. I watched a video at the beginning of the week of this guy in New York City, downtown Manhattan, and he's recording for like 15 minutes, walking through, showing how much snow they have. There was an actual snow plow. Seriously, a snow plow going down the road in downtown Manhattan, plowing out the snow. I've never seen that before. Ever seen it in a city like that before. And the temperature, 9 degrees. And he showed it. It's at 9 degrees with a wind chill factor of minus 15. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, I feel for those people, though. I really do. Just
Robert Moreno, happy Friday. The sun is out later, no longer pitch black at 5 p.m. I'm looking out my window right now of my balcony. The sun is still up, shining on the mountains. So it's getting later and later and later. And you know what's coming shortly. That daylight savings, where comes that first weekend in March. So we're only about 5 weeks away. So be patient. We're getting more sunlight, everybody.
Absolutely love it. So you had a fantastic week. So did I. Weather's been nice. I can't wait for this weekend. I'm gonna smoke up some ribs or some wings or something, and just have a good time being outside. All good. Brad says, "What the heck's Brad, I'm just going to say Brad, like I said last time. Good evening, fellow Bronco country. Hope you all doing well today. And I absolutely appreciate you guys doing a phenomenal job of covering the team, all which is the Broncos. Oh, thanks so much, man.
Brad, thank you so much.
We really do our best. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, Brad, what is your beer of choice? Let us know that. And by the way, victory lap. Really? Look
at the
victory?
name. Look at the name. Kona. Kona.
That's all I drink. You know what? Quietly, I'm doing everything I can to get the people at Kona to recognize us so we can get a beer sponsor. Now, if you guys out there have a beer sponsor that would like to sponsor us, I'll switch over and start drinking that beer.
No, you won't.
Yes,
oh, okay. Hey, you've been trying to get Molson for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
So I finally found it, and it's
Well,
31 miles away.
Where?
In Long Beach.
Well, you live in God's country, so you're going to drink the good stuff.
I'm drinking the healthy stuff, but Randy, I will find a way one day to get some Molsons when next time you pop into the show.
I'm surprised Walmart doesn't have it.
Yeah, they do have it, just not out here, just not in the valley, just not in the west side. No, I've tried.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're drinking the nectar of the gods. That's why you don't have it there, man.
Amen.
David Yonkin just wanted to
Mr.
say what's
Yonkin.
up, country, and I'm heading to bed now. Oh, David, hope you feel better, man. Hope you feel better, bud. Well, get some good rest. Take care of yourself, my friend. Absolutely. Take care of yourself for sure.
Hydrate.
All right. Before we get into Bobby, my nephew's question, we'll definitely get back to that real quick, but I got to bring a breaking story. This just broke less than an hour ago. Here it is. On 9 days away from the Super Bowl. Oh, nice. Remember 2 months. Way to go, David. All right. Nice, dude. Nice.
I acknowledge that. I know you got
Absolutely.
breaking news, but this is even more pressing breaking news.
Exactly. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, David. Really do appreciate your loyalty, man, and your support. Really do. All right. 9 days before the Super Bowl. This is going to come out? Seriously. I don't understand this. But before we get into Spence's comments on it and my comment on it, listen to what broke less than an hour ago. This is from ESPN. It's been all over the sports new apps and what?
Oh, I'm just saying hi to my dad. Go. Keep
going.
going.
Okay, no problem. Here it is. The Seattle Seahawks will go up for sale after the Super Bowl 60. League and ownership sources familiar with the arrangement told ESPN, ending years of questions about when the team would seek new ownership following the 2018 death of former owner Paul Allen. Sale discussions have taken place at ownership and league levels for the past week. So this is just within 7 days that they've been talking, and it comes out 9 days before the Super Bowl. What? Why would you do this? You know what? This is a message, in my opinion, a negative message sent to the players and the coaches and everybody affiliated with the Seahawks. Can you imagine if the Denver Broncos, and I know Pat Bowlen, it was completely different. Pat Bowlen was still alive. But can you imagine if Pat Bowlen wasn't and they broke this right before Super Bowl 60? What do you think that would have done to the players and the coaches in a mindset trying to get ready for the biggest game of their year? One more comment. Let me put this in there real quick. The Seahawks and NBA's Portland Trail Blazers have been owned by Allen's estate since the former owner, we already said that he passed away. His sister, Jody Allen, has controlled the teams as the executor of the trust with a directive from her brother, to eventually sell both and donate the proceeds to charity. I don't buy that. No. I don't buy the proceeds going to charity. But Spence, what in heaven's name do you make of all this? 9 days before the biggest game for the Seattle Seahawks, in a Super Bowl, and you drop this magnitude bomb.
One word: greed. That's it. I'm going to tell you right now, in the business world, when you start trying to negotiate, look at what happened. Let's use the Broncos as an example. When the Broncos were trying to negotiate for John Elway trade, what happened? The general manager set ground rules, set the guidelines, needed this and needed that. An impatient owner came in, superseded, and got a far less deal. This situation smells like that. There is one of these kids, spoiled brat, entitled, who wants their money now and doesn't want to wait, isn't patient.
But
looking
a
for
sale
attention.
doesn't happen. But a sale, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but
Yeah.
it's along your lines. A sale doesn't happen overnight. So why announce it now? It doesn't make sense to me.
This is a combination. It's someone at ESPN who's breaking this, who has a reputation.
Okay.
I know it's ESPN, but it's someone who's trying to get attention, someone who's trying to stir the pot. Someone who's
the
trying to
Eastern Sports Network trying to
Eastern
benefit
Sports
the
Network.
Patriots.
Ding.
Okay.
I mean, does this have Bill Belichick wheeling, dealing, and scheming written all over it?
You mean
Maybe
cheating?
not. But if this story is true and has backing, it's got to be one of these kids, entitled kids, who's an owner, who became an owner because they're a sibling of George Allen, who wants their money now, can't wait, wants to go on a big spending spree, wants to show off, and doesn't care about taking the path and the proper steps. It's now. I am entitled. I want my money. Give it to me now. Oh, I'm not making a deal now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's all this is. And
it's kind of like the Broncos when the girls wanted to own the team and keep the team, and the brother said, "No, I want to sell." Why? Again, you're right. Money.
It's like that. And then also you combine that, and you stole my thunder, but a good point to it. Someone within the New England Patriots organization got a whiff of this and brought it to the attention of someone at the Eastern Sports Programming Network, who went out to find who the spoiled brat was to get unnamed source confirmation so that they could publish the story. I mean, come on. The timing of this, you think about it. And this is just to rattle the Seahawks. This is just to get things uneasy. This is just to bring attention to a situation that doesn't need attention right now. And
I was just going to say, whether it's true or not, it already planted a negative seed in the Seahawks organization. Players and coaches and executives. Yeah, it's just wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. And when that thing hit my phone, I looked everywhere, and my phone was just going bing, bing, bing. I mean, it was coming from every sports connection that I have, and where I get a lot of my topics. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, it's just, if you sit down and you think about it, the first question you have to ask is why. Mm-hmm. And once you think about why, then it's obvious what all the answers are.
Yeah, exactly.
So, hey, right. I want to give, before we go on, want to give a quick shout out to my nephew, Dylan, who's not feeling too well. Dylan, I hope you feel better. He's got influenza, so floppy seal. I know he wants me to say that.
I don't know what that means, but he always.
I don't know either, but it makes him smile. So, Dylan, feel better. He's in St. Louis, where it got below -5 degrees with pummeling snow. That's
why he's not feeling good.
It's not being. Oh no, he felt great on this past Sunday when he found out school was canceled on Monday. It was like, yeah.
Well, of course, but then he got sick from it. So
sick.
Not a good karma reflex. My nephew Bobby says, "What are your thoughts on Sean Payton scapegoating his coaches for his loss?" We will get into that, Bobby. I promise. We've got a great segment on that. Great segment on that, and we will go in depth on that. But before we do, real quickly, let's hit in some more chat real quick.
Got it. There, Rich Nichols. Well, when Nix gets back, it will be better year. So we'll talk more.
Hope so. Yep.
We'll talk about that at the end when we start looking at 2026. So
there you go. You asked Brad what his favorite drink was. There you go. Unfortunately, my brother, I chose to stop drinking because I didn't enjoy it anymore. So yeah, but you could have one for me.
You know what? To my recollection, I think we did ask that, and you brought that up before. So cheers to you. Here, the water cup. Cheers to you, Brad. Good. When you're strong enough to make that choice, I'm happy for you.
Hey, Brad says he's talking about the Seahawks being sold. He said that makes me so happy because it's karma for the Sea Chickens for beating us in the Super Bowl we don't speak of. Yeah, well, you got a good point there. Bobby makes a good point, but I kind of wonder if a little shine has come off the feelings so far, or the feelings, you know what I'm saying? The shine has come up, the luster's come off the shine. The players won't care talking about Seattle. They are still going to try to win the Super Bowl for themselves. Yes, but hindsight, I don't know. I don't know how something like that happens. I know that if I work at the golf course, if somebody came up to me and said, hey, a golf course is going to be sold right after like this major tournament or something that, it's really good, I'd be thinking about that a lot. I'd be thinking, okay, well, am I still going to be here? They got new owners. They're going to want to bring in their own people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure.
But most of the players have guaranteed contracts. So
true.
It defers more to the coaches, the leadership, and the management staff. Yeah. The players, they just play. It won't really affect them too much.
True.
So I know Robert Moreno.
Go ahead.
Robert Moreno asks, is Bill Belichick a first ballot Hall of Famer? Well, you know what the media thinks. He's not. They voted down. They voted down and said no. And I'll tell you this. This is a peripheral to the baseball. So when baseball, all these guys who were caught, who had amazing statistics like Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, got caught with the cheating. They weren't put into the Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick had two major that we know of cheating scandals. Yep. And there's so many rumors, so many stories of opponents who used to come into New England, and on the visitor side, things started malfunctioning consistently. Communications, heaters, on field. It is legendary, the stories. And so that comes to coaching and leadership. So media is sending a message. What's interesting is they haven't released the people who said yes and the people who said no to him going to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. So will be interesting.
Yep, it will be. Real quick, Jack Kennedy says, salute those brothers. And he gives us a salute. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Jack always being in the chat. Really do appreciate it, man. It's great. All right. Let's get to the first topic.
Hang on, you missed one. Not sure what he means. Teflon, Don, Broncos are cheeks.
You like our cheeks? I don't know.
Yeah. We're a cheeky type of organization.
I don't know what that means.
Appreciate you being part of the chat.
But hey, it's got to mean something.
It
might not be good, but hey, whatever. All right. One final Broncos recap. One final Broncos recap of the 2025 and partly 2026 season. All right. Recap is Denver lost 10-7 to the Patriots. It was 10-7. People say, well, that wasn't a good game. Well, obviously, when you have the second half completely covered in snow, literally, where you can't even see the lines on the field, and the Miami Dolphins were not playing the Broncos, so they didn't get out the guy out there to sweep away or blow away the snow so that we could kick a legitimate field goal. But there's a lot of things that happened wrong in this game. Am I sad the Broncos didn't make it to the Super Bowl? Yes and no. And I'm leaning more towards no, I'm not sad. Why? Because I don't think Denver could beat Seattle. With a backup quarterback, I don't see that happening. However, one of my coworkers did mention that Broncos defense is much better than Seattle's defense. So, but then again, you got a backup quarterback in Jarrett Stidham. He looked pathetic. He looked great. He looked really, really great. Almost tongue in cheek. I'm going to say it almost Bo esque, almost Bo Nix esque when he threw that 50 some odd yard pass that got him down to the 4-yard line. And then they threw that great pass out to Courtland Sutton for the Broncos, only touchdown, only score, period. That I liked. That was fantastic. Other than that, not so much. Not so much. So my final comment on this game is this. Do I blame Sean Payton? Absolutely. I'm not going to get into that. Going rant and rave about the 4th and 1. I've been running that thing over with the steamroller for last week. I'm not going to do it again. But I will say one thing. Horrible, horrible call on 4th and 1. You should have gone for the field goal. But if you're going to go for the first down, you don't have a backup quarterback roll out to his right and try and throw a pass. That's not going to work. All right. Second one was Stidham throwing the ball backwards. You don't ever do that. I know he panicked. And then, of course, with going for the field goal that was blocked because they weren't far enough back. They're supposed to be 7 yards back. They're only 6.5 yards back. Reason being is they said they couldn't see the lines. So why not step it off manually? Why didn't the kicker Lutz, why didn't he step it off to know exactly how far he had to be back? I don't know. Those are my three major reasons why the Broncos lost that game. Spence, what are yours to take?
So first and foremost, Sean Payton's got to take more accountability for this. He is the leader of the team. I know he's tried to pass it off on the other coaches and everything. First and foremost, that 4th down play. You should not have even had an inkling to go for it. You knew Sean Payton should have had, I hope he had a weather guy. Everybody knew snow was coming. Everybody. Points were at a premium. Plus, you had all the momentum of the game. You first drive, drove all the way down there, got a touchdown. Second drive down, you're inside the 10-yard line, in the go zone. You get stopped. Okay. Put 3 points on the board. Make it a 2-score game. What that play did, and I don't think the both teams were not on the offensive line, and the receivers and the quarterback were not on the same plane right there, because it looked like the blocking schemes were off, the receivers were off, everything was off. You've got to take the points and make this a 2-score game. Now what you have done is the momentum shifted 180 degrees. New England didn't drive all the way down and get a score on that drive, but they started flipping the field. Now, for the play in question, when Stidham fumbled, backwards pass, I have listened to everything that the referee said, everything that expert, CBS expert who changed his mind 3 times. Oh, it's a incomplete pass. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's that. Kept changing his mind. Then the referees came out after the game and said, we blew the call, because here's what happened. He was throwing the ball forward
and it was hit
and it got deflected. It was a forward pass. It was not a backwards pass. So that was a huge miss. Now, New England fans, you're going to say that, okay, it could be fumble gate, it could be forward pass gate, or whatever. I think they blew that call. That allowed New England to score. Would you believe that New England only had 2 drives that went over 20 yards the entire game? One of those drives led to a missed field goal, The other drive led to a field goal. That was it. Without
And
that
he only had 89-yard passing the entire game.
18 yards, he had only 38 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
The defense only gave up 227 yards altogether. Now, one thing that maybe did get exposed, which is something we got to work on for the offseason, is our run game. We gave up 141 rushing yards in a situation where you knew May was not passing the ball well. So why didn't we shift the defense to more of a run attack? Let's just say this. Am I sad that we lost? I'm not sad. I think we put up a great fight. We went as far as we could with the resources we had. And I agree with you. If we had gotten to the Super Bowl,
yeah.
But
I'd rather lose 10-7 than 35-3. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I just think we learn from this and we go again in 2026. Honestly, right now, I took a day to say, have misery, work on some contracts where every time I'd start reading a contract, get to the intellectual property section, I'd take a moment and be like, why didn't Sean Payton? Look, we can go for the whys, point fingers, blame, do this. The game's over. Nothing we're going to say or we're going to do is going to change the momentum, change the situation. There were errors on both teams. There was errors on the referees. Did the better team win?
No.
I will tell you this. I personally do not believe that. I believe you play that game without snow 9 times, 10 times more.
Put Bo Nix in it. Put Bo Nix in it. We beat him.
I know. But you put into a better situation with Bo Nix, without the snow, we win 8 out of 10 of those games. I know New England fans are going to beg to differ, and I hope some of them pop in here. But I cannot wait for 2026 where we play New England in New England, and I'm going to already count that as a win for us for my 2026 schedule prediction.
Wow.
But
we got a tougher schedule. We got a tougher schedule.
We've got a tougher schedule. We'll talk about it later. But in 2025, if we had, before the season started, even though I did predict 14-3, would I have taken an AFC Championship appearance and been happy with that? Yes. I think we made a lot of great strides offensively, defensively, special teams wise. This is a team that does not need too many more assets. We'll talk more later about what we need to look for 2026, but celebrating 2025 was a great and successful year. It didn't end the way we wanted it, but you've got to look at the whole rather than the final product.
Sure. Yeah. My final word is, you know what? The better team did not win this game. Too many mistakes, backup quarterback, snow. I mean, anything that could go wrong in that game did go wrong. I mean, just look at it that way. Backup quarterback, just unfortunate play calling and miscues, drop passes, all of that. And then you got the second half snow. So yeah, unfortunate. But hey, that's what happens. Sometimes that happens. And like I said, not always does the best team go to the Super Bowl. Not always does the best team in the division.
In our opinion, just say in our opinion, because I know we have some New England fans who come and listen to this.
That's fine.
And know what?
They were 14-3 as well. So you got to beat the teams that you play against.
All I could say is this: I can't wait until 2026 and find out on the schedule when Denver plays at New England. That will be a Sunday night or a Monday night football game.
And you watch, so probably put it in the dead of winter when there's another 4 feet of snow.
Oh no, they'll make it. You know what they'll do? They'll make it a Christmas game.
Ooh, that would be the 5:00 game like we had this year with Kansas City.
Yep.
Ooh, man, that's a thought. That's a thought. All right. Speaking of Patriots, the first of two jackass of the week. Hang on, let me get to the first part of it. My fault. First of two jackass of the week.
They're coming.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. Now I have video of this, but I'm not going to show it because I don't want to not popularize. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to give this guy any more credit because he doesn't deserve any credit whatsoever. Absolutely whatsoever. Here it is. After the AFC Championship game, fans exit the stadium and go about their way. Well, unless a Patriots fan,
Oh no.
in quotes, wanted to get into a Broncos fan's face. Some words were exchanged. The video, you can't hear the word, but some words were exchanged, and the Patriots fan cocked the Broncos fan, knocked him out cold. As he fell to the ground, he steps over him and keeps on walking. Is that how you celebrate a win? Is that how you celebrate a win? Seriously? Is there any other more reason for me to want the Seattle Seahawks to kick the New England Patriots' butts? I don't want revenge for this guy if he goes to the Super Bowl or anywhere else and get cold cocked. I'm not wishing that upon him at all. But I am wishing and hoping that the Seattle Seahawks kick the freaking crap out of the New England Patriots. This is uncalled for, absolutely uncalled for. No regard for somebody else. So what if the guy may have said, hey, you don't deserve to win. We are the better team. Walk away. Walk away. You got the win. Go home, get in your freaking plane, and fly back to New England or wherever you live. But you don't do something like this to somebody else, regardless. He didn't threaten him. I watched the video. He did not. This guy didn't. The Bronco fan did not threaten him. All he said was, I didn't get the audible precise, but it wasn't threatening. And then a guy jumped in. I didn't bring this in, but then a guy jumped in on the defense of the Bronco Bronco fan that got cold cocked and knocked out. Another Bronco fan jumps in, a bigger guy, and says, hey, I heard this. He goes, hey, what are you doing? Why'd you do that? And he goes, you want to get knocked out too? I went, what? And he just backed up. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? You know, people celebrate championships by burning a city down. Is this the other step? You win a championship of a conference and you knock people out? I am sick and tired of this, bitch. Sick and tired of people not being
respectful. No, it's a drunken stupor, and it's it's uncalled for. And hey, you know what? Not I'll say this right now to our New England fans who are listening. Congratulations, you won. Good luck in the Super Bowl, and that's it. You don't have to be derogatory. You don't have to dance and pray. I will tell you right now, Bill, if Broncos had won and we were going to the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be, yeah, Bronco fan, or we're the better team.
No,
you
don't
respect your opponent. You respect the fans. We're all in the same boat together. We enjoy and love football. We may support separate organizations, but we're all fans of this game. And when you promote violence over sportsmanship, I mean, I hope he got, you want to know something? I hope he got arrested and detained and put into jail for a night so he couldn't make his private plane to get out of the stadium or whatever. But no, would never do that. And I'll tell you this, if me and my family were going to the game in New England in 2026 and we won that game, I would shake the hands of New England fans and say, great game.
Mm-hmm. Hey, my question is this.
You don't want to say hi? No. Oh, okay. My daughter came in. I was like, "Do you want to say hi to Uncle Bill?" And I guess she didn't.
So my question is this: can we change the outcome of the game as
No.
fans? We can't. So why are we taking it
Well,
upon ourselves to get irate? I saw that video. I only watched it once, and I said, I can't watch this again. It was just,
you know what?
it was sickening. It was sickening.
We as fans in the right situation can. I mean, I'm trying to remember when someone threw a snowball and it hit someone at the right time in the
Yeah,
middle
but
of
that's
a play.
at the stadium. I mean,
That's
well,
at the
they were at the stadium. Don't get me wrong, they were at the stadium. But what I'm saying is, as fans, I mean, yeah, you got a voice and stuff, but to throw things on the field like the Cleveland Browns throwing, when John Elway was there in the championship game, throwing dog biscuits and
Yeah.
that's just wrong. You don't do that. That's just, to me, it just makes you look like a bunch of a-holes. And it's just, and this guy definitely was. And I'm not going to, it didn't mention a name. Obviously, it was just some guy who videotaped the whole thing and posted it on social media. And it came up, and I thought, you know what? This is one of the reasons why I quit going to games. I mean, I got accosted when I would go to Bronco Charger games. I was in the restroom when what? Go ahead.
No, I'll tell you this. I only went to an LA Raiders versus Denver Broncos game once.
Oh,
with
I
the
would never
Broncos
go.
jersey.
I would never go.
Oh no, I was young and dumb, and I did. And after that, never ever did I wear my Broncos jersey. But
Now,
this is
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So, you hear a lot of stuff about Broncos country, and Bronco fans stick up for their own. I am 100% a witness to that. When I was dating my wife at the time, dating her, she and I and our son went to a Bronco Charger game in San Diego, and I got up. I told her, I said, I got up. It was like the second quarter, and I got up prior to halftime to go get some peanuts and hot dog or something. I can't remember. Something to eat and a couple of Cokes and things like that. And I'm coming back down the stairs, and I got my Bronco jersey on, and I get back. John Elway won or something, and I got down, and I'm sitting down in a seat, and about six rows behind me was this guy, and I kept feeling something hit me in the back of the head, and it was like peanuts or it was ice or it was something. And I turned around and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Get that shirt off of there. You suck. Go back to Denver." And I was like, "Oh, fudge, here we go." And he kept throwing stuff and throwing. Anyway, make a long story short, he got up and started coming down towards me. I said, "Oh shoot, I'm on the downside. He's coming at me. I'm gonna have to, make a quick move." Just as he got within about 4 rows from me, and a whole row, a section to my right, a whole row of Bronco fans stood up, and they said, "You attack him, we're attacking you." And they all came out of that row and got in that aisle. And then, security came down and took him out, and he was exited out of the stadium. But that's what I'm talking about. Bronco fans stick up, man. We stick up for each other, just like on that accosted guy. That other Bronco fan tried to step in and do what he could, because that's what Bronco fans do. But yeah, I've been accosted in San Diego, which I never thought would happen.
And the last Bronco game I went to was back in 2016 when I took my wife up to Denver, and we were playing against the Cincinnati Bengals, and sitting right next to me was a Bengals fan, and he and I became friends after that. And he was trying to talk me down. I was like, "No, hey, let's have a good game. Let's enjoy the game." When he scored, I was like, "Okay, good job." When our Broncos scored, I went, "Yeah." He kind of looked at me with a scowl and all this. But at the end of the game, we're fans of football in general.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We appreciate the entertainment that these athletes, those professional athletes, provide to us, and we respect one another. And I would never, even in a drunken stupor, want to take a swing at any fan, no matter what. Now, you say the wrong thing about my wife and my kids or do something, then that's a different ballgame. But we're talking sports in general. Come on. So,
okay, update on this because I didn't get any information of this. So obviously these people have. Vince, good rumors. Thank you so much for chiming in because I didn't get any update on this. I just saw that video. He said the Broncos fan was taunting the Patriots fan using racist slurs. Okay, well, that's still not a reason. That's still not a reason to hit. But anyways, he was drunk and got knocked out by a jab.
I will hang on. If that story is true, I mean, you use some racial slurs.
That's true. Well, that is true.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you never, let's just say this: in battle, a fight, a war, or anything, who wins?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wins.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi always taught us, in a fight, nobody wins.
Right. Now, this one, part of Annie Baker or Barker, sorry, didn't mean to pronounce it wrong. I don't condone the part at the beginning says, well, don't forget a Patriots fan got beaten to death this day by Miami fans, so Patriot fans are already on edge from that. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, and the Bronco fan was using racist word. There it is again. So apparently that's true. Again, I stand. I only brought what I saw. I'm not saying that, you know, now that I know a little bit more, it's still sad, but I'll put it that way. It's still very sad. It should never have gotten to that point. You know, I feel for both sides. You don't use racial slurs. You don't use racial remarks. People just say stupid things at stupid times. I just hope the guy's okay. You know, I don't want him in the hospital or anything like that, but you know, just hope he's okay. And then we'll go to see and there you go. Yeah. Vince Goodrum says, I completely agree. No reason for violence, especially over words. True. Yep. I agree.
It was going back to Bert Montagna, who's like Seattle Seahawks will win in the Super Bowl by 3/4.
In other words, there'll be maybe three touchdowns, or they'll be way ahead by 3/4. They won't have to play the fourth.
Son of Sammy, how you doing? Yes, I agree. I completely agree that the coach blew it, especially knowing that
a go up 10-0 momentum.
Yeah, huge winter storm was coming. You've got to know that.
Yeah, dumb. All right, let's go to the second jackass of the week, and here it is.
They're coming. I'm sorry, I didn't get Molson.
You suck, you jackass.
The first one involved a Broncos fan. This one involves a former Broncos player. Just gets worse, doesn't it? All right. Former Broncos player Vernon Davis. You remember him, Spence?
Yes, I do.
Quarterback Vernon Davis has been issued an arrest warrant for hitting a pregnant woman with books and magazines and then later slapped her in the face. According to TMZ and others. This took place on May 31st, 2025. There was a disagreement over her pregnancy. Davis offered her $10,000 to.
Oh, really?
But stopped when she began to record the assault with her phone. Why would he stop? Because he's guilty. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
His court date is set. His court date is scheduled for sometime this February. Spence, over a pregnancy? What is he trying to say? Well, it's not mine. Get a pregnancy test, or get what they call them things called. Get a
pregnancy.
No. Get a the DNA thing to find out if it's yours or not. I mean, why are you freaking out, dude? Oh, well, maybe she said, well, I'm not pregnant, or it's somebody else's kid, whatever. Why are you hitting her? Why are you doing stupid things? Why?
Because you don't think.
It's just, I don't get it. I mean, I understand people get upset. I'm not going to get, I mean, I got to ask you about, your arguments or anything like that with your wife. It's none of my business, or whether you have or haven't, but there's always disagreements in every relationship, but you don't take it to the aggressive level. You walk away, or you do, you don't take it to that level. To hit her with books and magazines, that's kind of,
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you with this book. I mean,
what the heck?
But that's called maturity. You and I have enough experience in this world, enough knowledge to control our temper, control our ego, but to also do the one thing that I tell my kids every day: think.
Mhm.
All right. Something happened. All right. What are you going to do? Overreact and go violent and go all, or are you going to be like, okay, if that's what you say, prove it. Let's go prove it. This is the problem with our society right now, is there's no rational thought. There's just overreaction, and we're trying to gain support, sympathy, and rob people of money by reacting. React. Oh, let's react. Let's react. You know what? I feel bad that he got to this point, that he had to do what he did, and he's going to suffer the consequences. But a lesson to everybody: think rationally. Think.
Oh, by the way,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say about rationally think. Okay, so you know how people react without thinking. So I read this after the Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. Some guy in Buffalo had just bought a 75-inch TV. He took a baseball bat and smashed it.
Yep.
Really? Seriously? So there you go. People, like you said, people don't think.
People
don't think.
You want to know something? If we had a society where people would just take a split second and think instead of overreacting, we wouldn't have all the issues we have in the world.
Yep.
You know, whatever is going on in your neighborhood, in your town, in your city,
or
think.
up here,
or up here, think. You have a disagreement with your wife, your girlfriend, your kids, your family, your parents. Think.
All it takes is one irrational thought, move, or action that can change your entire life.
Yeah.
Entire life.
And I have known people that are family friends who have made the wrong choice, and that's what happens.
Yep.
Just everybody who's part of this show, the next time you get a disagreement with your wife, your friends, your kids,
brought to you
family,
by Spencer's.
Just take a second and think. Be a rational thinker.
Brought to you by Spencer's Therapy.
Oh no, this is my therapy. This is my therapy. All right. There's a reason I've got this receding hairline. If it isn't the kids, if it isn't the parents, and if it isn't the neighbors,
wow,
if it
what
isn't
happened to me?
Family, if it isn't the job, if it isn't this,
I've got a mother-in-law and outlaws. I mean, in-laws.
Well, you want to know something? You and I are in the same boat. We're being pulled by the young. We're being pulled by the old. It's just like, I mean, everybody asks, Spencer, when do you get to rest? This is my rest time right now for the week. Didn't get to play volleyball this week because I had to run all over the place.
And it's being timed by his wife.
Oh, trust me. She's... I just got the look.
Right now, where is she? Where? Oh, she heard? Hi,
She,
Anna. Love
you
you.
wanna-
Love you.
you want to know? Oh, come on. Rule number one of Latinas: they have the best hearing in the entire
Oh, they can hear through
world.
these things. We have these things in our ears. They're like, I heard that.
No, I want to know. I got hearing here. It's probably on the TV that's on the other side of this wall.
Shame, 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 shame.
Never
Did I
have.
do that?
I should play that right now, man. I should play. Here we go.
Did I do that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. Yeah. No, you never. No, you tell them it ain't on yet. Oh,
By the way, Jack Kenna, perfect comment. Perfect comment.
I never win an argument. Jack says I never win an argument with my wife, even if I'm right.
Yeah.
You know what, Jack? You know what's funny about that is I'll say something, and my wife goes, "Why do you always feel like you have to be right?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to say something correctly." No, you always got to be right. I'm like, "No, babe, I'm not always right." Doesn't always work. Doesn't always work.
It doesn't. You want to know something, Jack? Here's the number of arguments that I have won with my wife is equal to the same number of marriages minus one that I've had.
Zero.
Or as my good friend John Whiting used to say, zero.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. All right. We got we have a Bo Nix and a Sean Payton slightly irritated. Bo Nix, okay, let me just get into this. This is good. Bo Nix's surgery went well the Monday after the Bills-Broncos game.
Yeah.
After the surgery, Nix is expected to be sidelined for 12 weeks per Adam Schefter. Nix won't be allowed by his doctor to put any weight on his ankle for 4 weeks. Nix is expected to be largely recovered in time for the team's offseason workouts per Adam Schefter. Okay, that's all well and good until Sean Payton. Here we go. During the season-ending press conference last Tuesday, 3 days ago, Sean Payton told reporters that Nix has a pre-existing ankle condition that made what happened, and I'm quoting, a matter of when, not if, end quote, it would break. What? Wait a minute. How does Sean Payton know this? And why is Sean Payton putting that out there? Let me continue. Gets even better. According to the info, Payton said, and I quote, the operating surgeon said that this was going to happen sooner rather than later, end quote. Okay, stop again. How is Sean Payton getting this information from the surgeon? Does he have pervious? Is he pervious to get this information? Isn't that supposed to be confidential? Isn't that supposed to be patient-doctor confidentiality? Hang on. Bo Nix, after finding out and hearing this, called out Sean Payton after he publicly disclosed Nick's medical history. Nick said, and I quote, I don't think he should share any or how many surgeries I've had in the past. To be honest, he doesn't really even know that. Nix was, end quote. Nix was clearly annoyed. Otherwise, he wouldn't have addressed it. Holy smokes. Is there a feud now building between Bo Nix and Sean Payton? And Spence, could this escalate in the offseason and be even uglier?
I agree with everything Bo Nix's position has taken. I mean, for Sean Payton to come out and publicly violate patient-doctor confidentiality for just to get more attention really does not show the trust Sean Payton has of Bo Nix. I mean, that's uncalled for. Now, as for the surgery Bo Nix had, I had it. That was my second ankle reconstruction. So my second ankle reconstruction, I was in a cast above my knee. I could not bend my knee or my ankle for 3 months. And then after that, I had to learn to walk again in a pool. So I know what Bo Nix is going through. And also, let's look at it this way. Bo Nix broke his ankle in high school, broke the same ankle in college. Now he breaks his ankle again. So what this tells me is he probably didn't get the up top tier medical care that he needed back in high school and college, and it's still lingering.
But Sean Payton has no right whatsoever to bring that out to the media without consulting Bo Nix.
Which is really, this is going to create tension during the off season. And you want to know something? I know what Sean Payton's trying to do. He's trying to get under Bo Nix's skin to really motivate him and push him so he can get back to practice quicker, faster, and everything like that. That's not, you know what? We try.
I'm starting. Let me interject something real quick because I think
I was going to say the same thing. Go for it.
I think you can really expand on this. Sean Payton to me is starting to become a little bit annoying and arrogant. He doesn't need to do this to his players. He drafted Bo Nix. He needs to nurture Bo Nix. He needs to support Bo Nix, not cut him down at the knees. This is not good going into the offseason. When I read this and heard this, I'm like, what are you doing?
This tells me that Sean Payton blames Bo Nix for not making it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I never thought of that. How can you blame somebody? Seriously,
Yeah.
Bo Nix didn't do this on purpose.
No, he did not. And you know what?
Wow.
You got it.
Wow, I never even thought of that angle.
No, because it is that angle. I mean, Sean Payton is so driven to get another Super Bowl, to get a Super Bowl win, and that he's not looking after his son, his children, his team. And to do this now, will these guys?
Well, yeah, he kind of did undercut him. It kind of threw him under the bus by saying, "Well, you had a preconditioned situation."
But at the same time, you want to know something? This is just going to put a little uneasiness into their relationship. And
a la John Elway and Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves, you brought it to. So this could be something that maybe ownership is looking. Now, Sean Payton is under contract for
2 more years.
2 more years.
This year, 26, 27.
If I am the Broncos organization, I'm looking at 2028 and beyond. Because if Sean Payton keeps acting this way, Sean Payton helped them get to this. We see this with other organizations. A coach gets them to a certain plateau, can't get them over that. It's been a disruption. They move on. A la, sorry, Bills fans, Buffalo Bills. Sean McDermott got you guys to a certain plateau, and he couldn't get you over the hump.
How about Marty Schottenheimer? Marty Schottenheimer, another one.
But I'm hoping that Sean Payton humiliates himself to the point where he realizes what he did was wrong. Now,
absolutely.
Let's focus back more on Bo Nix. Bo, if you're watching, I hope you do. Take it easy on your ankle, and as soon as you can get into a pool, get into your pool. The best advice that I got, and the reason I'm so active still, is I was told by the surgeon, you're probably not going to have much of an athletic career after this. This was back in the mid-90s. I got to a physical therapist, the day the cast came off, she said, I don't want to see you for 1 month. Get in a pool and swim as much as you can every single day.
Hey,
That's
the Bronco players and everybody watches. How about that time we said something and like all of a sudden, like 3 days later, it happened? Like, whoa, where'd that come from? Never
because
know. You never know who watches it. We never know who watches it unless you
who
chime in,
watches.
unless you pick up in the chat. But
The high IQ people watch. Everybody who's here in the chat has the high IQ. They know this show thinks above and beyond the realm.
now you're just gonna blow up the chat. See, there they go. Blow
We
up the
think,
chat.
hey, everybody here in the chat thinks outside the bubble. We're
Yep.
all thinking higher ups. And you know what?
Look at Jack Cannon just made a great point. Says talking about what Sean Payton said about Bo Nix. That put a target on Bo's ankle. Peyton, that was just stupid to do that to Bo.
Exactly. I mean, to point it out.
Because now everybody's going to target him and try and twist his ankle.
But why do you do that to somebody? Unless I mean, look at it this way. What
I mean,
motivates
I understand if you do that to Russell Wilson because he never liked Russell Wilson, but he drafted Bo Nix. Why are you throwing him under the bus?
Why
get
do
it.
you expose someone like that to the scrutiny that is not just going to come from the media and from us, but from other players and other coaches who are going to target that? You know,
Yeah.
one bet I've had my ankle reconstructed twice. I've got a big solid screw in there so that I can't turn my ankle.
That's what I said last week when you mentioned that. Are you screwed?
I'm screwed.
More ways than
Unfortunately,
one,
not
dude.
more ways than one, but I'm screwed.
Chief Fan is in the house. Sorry.
No. Oh,
Go ahead.
do
You
it.
now you bring it up. You bring it up.
Okay.
Chief
Go
Fan
Chiefs.
is in the house. Go ahead.
Go Chiefs. Congrats to the Broncos on a great season. Congrats to making the AFC Championship game. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being
Oh, by the way, to Chief Fan, KC Chief Fan for life. I'm pretty sure you might know this, but the last 15 years, including this year, it's either been the Chiefs or the Patriots. And I know you don't like to hear the Patriot word, but it's okay. The Chiefs or the Patriots in the last 15 years have always been in the AFC Championship game. That is crazy, man. 15 years.
15
That's
years.
nuts. That is nuts. That's wild. That
Ooh,
is wild.
interesting. Is
It's
Webb the replacement in 2028 for Sean Payton?
Well, wait a minute. Hold the phone. That's an old expression you guys probably don't know. If you're under 55 or 60 years old, you probably don't know what that means. Do you know what that means, Spence? Hold the phone?
Yep.
Which is what? Which is what? No, when somebody would be on the phone and something breaking would happen, they would say, hold on, hold the phone. In other words, don't hang up. So anyways,
okay.
Yeah. So is Webb the replacement for 2028 Payton? Here's the thing when I said hold the phone. In other words, stop. Listen for a minute. What if Webb goes to be a head coach for the Raiders? He's in line to be a head coach for the Raiders. He's not coming back in 2028. I guarantee it.
Yeah. If he's going to have so many opportunities out there, I don't think he'll.
Well, there's only two head coaches left. Cleveland and Raiders. I mean, Arizona and Raiders. That's it.
It'll be very interesting to see who the Raiders bring in because
if Webb goes to the Raiders, I'm going to be pissed because that's an interdivision and he's going to basically screw the Broncos.
Well, hey, you got to look out for number one sometimes.
Come on, where's loyalty, dude?
Yeah, but can you be patient for another 2.5 years?
Why not?
Or
I mean,
you can
the guy isn't making $16.50 an hour, dude.
Hang on. Or, sorry, Jack, you can go learn what it feels like to be a head coach and fail and then come back and succeed with the Broncos.
Yeah, but you don't even know who your quarterback's going to be because what's the name doesn't want to go there. Who's the guy from Indiana?
Oh, Mendoza.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to the Raiders. He already said.
Oh, he has?
Yes, he has publicly come out and said, I do not want to be drafted by the Raiders.
Oh, shish kebab. I have not seen that. Hang on.
Yep. He's thinking about, I think he's got one more year of eligibility, right? I mean, in college, right? He's not a senior. He's a junior. And he said he's going to come out into the draft, but he doesn't want to play for the Raiders. He's not excited about it. But then his agent got to him and said, well, you can't really say that. Kind of like an Elway thing. Elway came out
trying
saying
to pull an Elway.
Yeah, because Elway came out and said, I don't want to play for the Colts. Elway's agent said, you can't really come out and say that. You don't want to put that out there. But then when he was drafted by the Colts, he said that, no, I don't want to play for you. So he said he had broken an ankle. Thomas Jennings, talking about Nick, said he had broken an ankle in high school. Peyton explained, and then he said he had one at Auburn. And I said, I didn't realize that. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have drafted you. Wow. I don't know about that. I did not hear that.
No, and you know what? Like I said, I have a buddy who works for the Broncos, and they had two names on the board, Williams and Nix. So the organization liked Bo Nix. So I mean, breaking news, could this be a potential new direction the Broncos go in if they don't have a successful 2026?
All right. Okay, you got to explain this one. You have got to explain this one. Eric says Patriots 31, Seahawks 20. How in heaven's name do you get 31 points against the Seattle Seahawks defense?
Well, no, Eric, email us on the side. If you're going to give us 10.5 points, I'll make a side wager with you. In fact, a few Buffalo fans owe me one guy owes me $300. Another guy owes me $200 for side wagers. So I'll take that money.
But you guys didn't handshake. You got a handshake. Flying Dragon.
What's up, Flying Dragon?
What's up, fellas? I said, what's up? Jackass says, I withdrew. Webb said, oh, Jackass said Webb turned down or withdrew his name from head coach of the Raiders. Yes.
Okay.
Good. All right.
So I want to go back to Eric, and he had predicted that Seattle score, that Patriots Seattle score. Eric, I want you to be honest. Did you guys think you really, really won that game against us, or did you get away with one? I want you to be honest.
No, they got away.
If you think you really won it,
Sean Payton blew it,
or did you get away with one? Because
now,
I firmly believe this, Eric.
Go ahead.
If we had Bo Nix and there wasn't snow, we play that game 10 times, we win it 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah, but given the situation, people's telling me all the time. I mentioned to them all the time. If we'd have gone up 10-0, we had momentum big time. Halftime would have been 10-7 at worst. Okay, 10-7 at worst.
Right.
Now, people say, well, we would have gone 10-10. Even Madunga said, well, 10-10, we would have lost it overtime. How do you know? First off, how do you know they would have gotten 10 points? Because it would have been the second half with all that snow. So how do you know they would have gotten 10? Well, they got a field goal. How do you know the situation, circumstances would have gone the same exact way? It wouldn't have. Play calling would have been different. Situations would have dictated differently. It would have been totally different. Instead of 7-7 at halftime, which it was, it would have been 10-7, and the Patriots would have to try and figure out how to get a field goal or a touchdown to take the lead. You see what I'm saying? So it would have been different. People say, oh, no, it would. Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
No
Things would have been differently.
We would have had all the momentum and everything. Hope Nation, thank you for being a part of the show. Go Patriots, down the Broncos and the Seahawks. You got away
Flying
with the game.
Dragon. One last comment. The play that killed us was not the chest pass.
No.
It was the chance to get 3 points that they didn't take in the first half when they could have got up 10-0. I just explained that. Okay? Because we don't know if that chest pass would have ever taken place had we got up 10-0. The play calling would have been totally different. People don't seem to understand. People think, well, you get a field goal and you go up 10-0 and everything plays out the same. It doesn't. It absolutely does not play out the same. Why are we in Caps, Chief fan? But maybe because you got something to say. So you really think you won against Buffalo? Was the wide receiver down by contact? Absolutely not. He was not down by contact because he was diving and he did not maintain possession once he hit the ground. Had his knee hit, had he been running, taking a step? No. Was that interception legit? Absolutely. The referees even said so. Even the head referee who does commentary said it was legit. If Casey got a call like that, would you think the same? Would you sing the same tune? Absolutely, I would. If that's what it is, it is.
Because when you dive for the ball, you have to survive the contact with the ground. The receiver
just like in the end zone, they make receivers, right? Receivers catch the ball, they dive for it, they don't maintain, it's incomplete.
Now, let me throw a scenario through you, KC Chiefs. Same thing happens between Broncos and Chiefs in Kansas City. Think the refs call it the same way?
Nope.
0.
Yep.
Welcome to the National Favoritism League.
Exactly.
So I got a good one here. I got to trump you on this one. Flying Dragon. Who do you guys bring in as running back 1 next year? That might lead to our next topic.
Almost.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I got this first one, and it's a follow-up to that one. Ready?
Go for it.
After the Broncos finished the season with a 14-3 record, AFC West champs, and home field throughout, but lost the AFC Championship last Sunday, Sean Payton fired 3 coaches. Cornerbacks coach Addison Lynch, wide receivers coach Kerry Colbert, and offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. Now, offensive coordinator really bothers me because he never calls the plays. That's Sean Payton. So why is he firing him? Goes back to Bobby at the very beginning of the show when he says right here, what are your thoughts of Sean Payton scapegoating his coaches for his loss? Lombardi never calls the plays. Running backs coach, how's that on him? That's on the offensive line for not blind. Oh, he didn't fire the offensive line coach. And what about cornerbacks? Oh, is that cornerbacks had a problem? No. I mean, shut down PS2. He didn't have a problem.
Moss had some problems this year.
Yeah, but you don't fire a coach for one side of the ball, one guy.
Yeah.
Is Bobby correct in saying that Sean Payton is using them as scapegoats?
You hate to think that.
Come on.
It leans in that direction that Sean Payton is trying to deflect away from his decision not to take the 3 points and pinpointing it on other things.
Sure, absolutely.
That's
how I see it.
And this is not something we want from a head coach. We want a head coach who will take responsibility, take accountability, and say, you know what? We'll learn from this and be better. The one thing I don't like about Sean Payton is his arrogance, where he's like, It's that. It's this. Pointing elsewhere. You want to know something? There's a famous phrase, the buck stops here.
Mhm.
And you know what? All Sean Payton had to do is say, you know what? I made the decision to go for it on fourth down. It didn't work. And unfortunately, things changed after that. I will learn to be better. I will make the right decision for our team for 2026. But instead, he did this.
Hey, how quickly did he fire? How quickly did he fire?
2 days.
Joe Lombardi right after the Super Bowl, right after the AFC Championship. He fired him on Tuesday.
2 days.
Yeah, fired him on Tuesday. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You don't even call the plays. Why are you firing a coordinator who had nothing to do with your stupid play calling?
The only thing I could think of is they did not agree on the direction this team wanted to go, and Sean Payton made a decision to change.
Well, then say it. Be honest about it. Be forthright. That's what we do on the show. We're forthright about we are.
We're forthright. We're honest, and we're accountable when we do something wrong. Hey, you know what? I took accountability for not finding Molson. I nominated myself Jackass of the Week. All right.
Go back a couple shows. You'll see it.
Take accountability. That's the one thing, Sean Payton. Now, is this the issue that we may have moving forward? Is there's no accountability and there's a level of arrogance that may disrupt the chemistry of this team? That's an issue that upper management has to look at. That's an issue they have to decide on. Is Sean Payton the right leader going for years and years to come? He's brought us to this point. He's put us on a summit, on a plateau, and there's a bigger mountain that we have to conquer. Is Sean Payton the one that's going to get us to that bigger mountain and that bigger plateau? At this point, how we're going to know is this. The Broncos have $25 to $30 million in free cap space available this offseason. So that's enough to bring in some valuable assets.
Yep.
Is the demand to be on the Broncos going to meet with the supply and demand? And that's what we're going to see this offseason. We got some interesting free agents who are available to move on.
Oh, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But are the Denver Broncos a hot commodity? I say yes. But if Sean Payton keeps mouthing off the way he is, that's going to really deter some people who want to come and be a part of an organization that's on the way up.
Yep. I kind of like this. It's kind of humorous to me. Buddy 0184 said Denver's head coach is overrated and he needs to fire Bo Nix.
What? Huh?
Just have to laugh at that, dude. You gotta fire. How do you fire a guy who got you 14 freaking wins?
Oh well, buddy.
Good.
I'm happy. I'm happy good. You guys. I'm happy for you guys. You won the game. Good luck in the Super Bowl. But buddy, let's be honest. If Bo Nix was healthy and there was no snow, you really think you were going to win that game?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Jack Cannon said Denver wants to keep Webb. The reason Lombardi got booted. I don't know. But here, okay, Jack, I'll give you this. If that is true, and even if it's not true, but they still want to keep Webb, and Lombardi was a scapegoat for whatever reason, is Webb? I almost said Jack Webb. That was Jack Webb was an actor. If they want to keep Webb, and it looks like they're going to, hopefully, is Sean Payton going to allow him to make the play calls? Because if he doesn't, what's the point? Because Sean Payton makes stupid, ridiculous calls in critical situations. He really does. I love
Yeah.
Sean Payton because he's a winner, but he makes stupid calls under pressure. He really does. That
Well,
timeout on that 4th and 1 should never have been called timeout, because by giving a timeout, I heard a lot of people in the know in the NFL said that gave New England 2 plays, 2 formations to line. Whatever they saw from Denver, they were going to do one formation. If they checked out, they're going to do the other formation.
Yep.
How's that beneficial? It's not. And that's why Denver got burned.
We got to acknowledge this. North Country, go Pats. Congratulations on winning the AFC Championship. Good luck in the Super Bowl. But again, if we had Bo Nix and there was no snow.
Hey, if we had John Elway, what the heck? No.
No,
Hey,
no,
by the way, I haven't asked you this before, but I'm going to throw this out there because I want other people to know. You don't have to be a Bronco fan. You don't even have to be an Elway fan. Just be a sports fan. On Netflix, have you Spence, seen the Elway
Yes.
documentary? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Is that gripping? At the end, he tears up, remembering all the things that in his life in the last 16 years that he was in the NFL and at the high level and everything he went through. And he talks about his divorce with his
wife.
Janet, and his dad passed away, his twin sister. It's really gripping, guys. It's really gripping. It's only a little over an hour, I think it is, an hour and 20 minutes, maybe something like that. Guys, it's really worth watching. If you love football, if you love sports, if you love the behind the scenes of what players go through and what it takes to play at that level, and the highs of that level and the absolute lows of that level, you've got to watch it. You've absolutely got to watch it. So I'm just throwing that out there. We don't get paid by Netflix to promote or whatever, but I'm just throwing it out there. That's definitely worth watching. All right.
Hey, Jack, I'm with you, and I got them covering the 5 points.
So
now.
Jack says, I got Seahawks win the Super Bowl. Question of past fan: does Drake May have an injury? Yes, he does. By the way, that's it's a shoulder injury. He did not practice yesterday or today. Now, granted, that's okay. If he practices next week, he can still play. But here's the thing: they didn't say if it was a throwing shoulder or not. But if he's not practicing, that tells me it's a throwing shoulder.
Yeah,
which tells me Denver did a good job.
Oh, stop it! Come on. By the way, what's going on? The Masserod, they didn't want Denver in there. Well, yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you deal with the National Favoritism League.
What? Bobby, my own nephew, who is a Vikings fan, who I support the Vikings. That's my favorite NFC team and always has been since 1970. Am I still a Stidham fan? I hope you don't mean the fact I want him to start over Bo Nix. But no, I do like Stidham. I just think what happened was he hadn't played in 2 years, seriously. And I just think that when the situation got to the point where he felt like he had to make a play or had to do something extraordinary, he panicked. He absolutely panicked. You could see that when the ball went backwards. Yes, it was deflected backwards, and the referees got it wrong, but he still panicked. He still went backwards about 10 yards. He didn't throw the ball away. He didn't take the sack like he should have and live to play another down. He panicked. And what happens when you are not used to playing in a game or not used to doing something? I've panicked in situations where, not recently, but when I was younger, when I was at a job and I knew I needed to do something and I couldn't quite figure it out right away and I kind of panicked. Yeah, that's a real serious situation. When you panic all logic or all what you're supposed to do goes out the window. So, do I still like Stidham? Absolutely. I think he's the best backup quarterback the Broncos have right now. But would I want him to start in a Super Bowl? Had we have beaten New England? No. But if we had gotten to the Super Bowl, I would have cringed every time we had the ball because I think we would have beaten. I think we would have gotten beaten 35-3. I really do. I really feel that we would have no chance. Our defense would have been good, but if your defense is on the field 45 minutes out of the 60 minutes, you're not winning. You're not winning. Go ahead, Spence.
No, I saw this from Gia. Said Marv Levy has passed. I don't have any confirmation of that, but if
I haven't seen that either.
If he has, it's sad. He was a great coach. I'm trying to get confirmation as we speak right now. Checking the NFL Network.
Oh, that would have blown up. That would have blown up my phone because I've got different contacts than you do.
So nothing yet. So Gia, hope that's wrong, but good coach, and hope he's doing all right. As of late today, I still don't have that insight. So all right,
nothing on my phone. So that hasn't been confirmed or whatever. If it wasn't for the Tuck rule, the Raiders would have another Super Bowl. That's true. Hey, hey, again, it's Tom Brady. It's the Patriots.
No,
it's
and where
East
was the
Coast.
game? Where was the game? In New England.
East Coast. ESPN. Eastern
Sports Programming Network.
All right. Speaking of free agents and people who want and players who want to stay in Denver, this one's a big one. This was a big one because I totally agree with it. J.K. Dobbins, in a post-game interview, said he wants to stay a Denver Bronco. He said he loves Denver, and he even loves the press. What? He even loves the press. He said, and I quote, "It's hard at times to like the press, but I do." End quote. He is slated to be a free agent after the Super Bowl. I don't want to lose J.K. Dobbins. I really don't want to lose J.K. Dobbins. I know that he's injury prone, and I know that he has a hard time staying on the field. But hey, you know what? When you're running back, you're gonna get nicks and bruises and hits and things that one body, everybody is different than the next body. People say, well, this guy can't stay healthy. Well, what's the reason why he can't stay healthy? He may not be able to stay healthy because his body just isn't that strong in that area. But J.K. Dobbins wants to stay a Denver Bronco. He said he loves Colorado. He loves Broncos. He loves the organization. He loves the teammates. He loves the coaching staff. He loves everything about the Broncos. He does not want to go anywhere. Now, my question to you, Spence, is this. Do the Broncos pay him what he's worth, or does J.K. Dobbins take a hometown discount to stay in Denver?
I think there's got to be a hometown mutual discount.
Okay.
Because like I said earlier, the Broncos have about 25 to 30 million in cap space that's available.
But we got that from the ending of your favorite quarterback, Russell Wilson. That deal is done. So it's a close.
You know what? It'll be interesting to see if someone's an idiot or dumb or stupid enough to put Russell Wilson on their team this year. I mean, look at everywhere he's left since Seattle. Destroyed the Broncos, destroyed Pittsburgh, destroyed the Giants. So, but
he didn't destroy his pocketbook.
Who cares?
So that's what he was after, dude. You know it as well as I do.
Yeah, it's all about the dollars for Russell Wilson. It's not about success. So,
No, he already got a Super Bowl championship, so what does he care?
so J.K. Dobbins, if I remember right, was making $3 million this year. If I remember right. You know what? If he can take a hometown deal and go up to 5 or 6 million and stay there and still have enough cap space for the Broncos to get some other resources that they need, such as tight end, maybe linebacker, because here are the other free agents that you've got. You got J.K. Dobbins, who's an unrestricted free agent.
Ooh, you took the next topic already. Way to go, dude. Nice segue. That's good.
Thank you. You've got Alex Singleton, who's an unrestricted free agent. Now, I like Alex Singleton. I've been frustrated with him in some areas. I like him. I think you got to bring him back at a reasonable amount. You also got McMillan at defensive back, who's a restricted free agent. Mm-hmm. So I think he comes back. And then you got McLaughlin, who's also a restricted free agent, coming back at running back. I think those 4 resources, if you can re-sign them and still have enough value left over to go out into the free agent market, we're going to have an opportunity.
You did not mention Justin Stennard. I like that kid. You don't? Oh, come on.
He would be number 5, but I focused on my top 4.
Where'd you hear that? Where'd you hear that, Jimin? Jimin says Alex Singleton's leaving. Where'd you hear that?
Well, here's going to be the issue. Does Alex Singleton want to make the big bucks and cares only about the money, or does he want a legacy and an opportunity to win a Super Bowl? That's the decision Alex has to make, and that's the decision he's gonna show us in these negotiations as an unrestricted free agent. So,
one last thing on the Super Bowl, Bobby, my nephew is killing me. You are killing me tonight. Unless you are an imposter with that name, you're killing me. Patriots and Seahawks make a better storyline for the Super Bowl than if the Broncos played Seattle. NFL wants the Patriots.
Well, of course, the NFL wants the Patriots. I mean, it's the East Coast, Eastern Sports Programming Network. It's the favoritism league. I mean, imagine this. If the Patriots weren't there, this would be, I think, only the second time ever that a Super Bowl was conducted against team that the Super Bowl did not have a team that was in the Eastern and Central time zone. You know the only other time that happened? Really?
Broncos, Seattle.
Thank you.
Yep, you're right. It was one of the lowest scoring watched. One of the lowest watched ones too.
Yep. There you go. The NFL knows you have to have someone from the Central or Eastern time zone to captivate the audience. So I'm not, hey, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there was favoritism in
Ty Eagles. What Ty is Eagles, up? Big Eagles says, hey guys. All right, man. All right.
Hey, you forgot Rod. What's up,
Rod? What is up? Nice to have all of you in the chat. You guys are blowing up as always. Just fantastic every single night, every Friday night, man.
Ooh.
Fire Peyton. Royal Exodus says, Fire Peyton. He sabotaged the Broncos. Pats paid him to get Stiddy and run off Russell. If we had Russell on our bench, we win.
No. If we had, actually, you know what? Yes. If we had Russell on our bench, we would win the first overall draft pick, and Jack Kenna and I would be talking about tanking to win the first number 1 overall draft pick.
Shame. You almost got me spit that out.
I mean, really?
Hey, you know what? But in all honesty, Russell Wilson is better than Stidham. He's a veteran. He's better. He's better. Come on, admit it. I know you don't want to, but admit it.
No.
Oh, Jack is firing barbs. Jack is firing barbs because Josh said Patriots Nation. Jack says no. Josh says only one nation. It's Raiders Nation. Find your own team. Saying, whoa, wow. There is mutiny on the bounty.
Yep. And then Jack with the line that I have been saying forever. Russell Wilson is about Russell Wilson, not about team.
Yep. Josh
wait a minute.
Patriots Nation been the thing my whole life, Jack. So wow. I'm not going to bring these up again. You guys are fighting among yourself. I'm not going to start another freaking knockout punch.
Hang on. I saw an interesting one here. Let me try to get back to it. Oh, Flying Dragon, repeat after me. We do not want Alex Singleton back.
Flying Dragon, repeat after me. We do want Alex Singleton back. I don't want him gone. I don't. That is good, man. That is good. Brad says, what are you discussing? I don't get it. Well, I don't know if you're talking about the people in the chat or you're talking about us. If you're talking about us, hey, we bring in the chat and we talk about what the chat's discussing. We have our own topics and that's what we do. But anyways, we got, oh, by the way, guess what, Spence? It is that hour. It's that time. Last two topics.
Honey's happy time.
And here they are. All right. Spence, this is a question. This is a two-part question. So I will read both questions and then you can respond. Where do the Broncos go from here? Meaning the end of the season, how it ended, all of that. With multiple coaches fired and other possible coaches going to other teams as either a head coach or coordinators, was this Denver's best chance to get back to the Super Bowl, or is the window closing? Question.
No, I think the window is wide open right now. And I mean, you're coming off a season where you're 14-3. You made strides to improve yourself, both offensively, defensively, special teams. You don't have any significant. You made some great signings to put valuable resources secured with Cortland Sutton, with PS2 secured, with Benito. You're spending money wisely. Now we just need leadership to stop doing this to all the players. We are on the up and up. Now, what's going to determine that is free agency. Is there a high demand for free agents to come to Denver? Or are free agents going to realize, is Sean Payton the way I get to a Super Bowl? So that's what's going to be happening this offseason. Now, to see that he has made some changes with his coaching staff. Okay, it happens. But are you putting together a staff that is going to lead you to the promised land? I mean, later,
Take care, Ty Eagles. Take care, my friend. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Really do appreciate it.
I know it's 10:38 your time out, or 9:38 your time out there. So you guys,
real quick before he leaves, it says Bronco Bill, you the best. Good luck. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. All right, continue. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Spence is the best. He's the best too.
No, the show is the best. The show is the best. The show is the best. I mean, we're a team.
It is. We are a team.
Everybody here. Hang on. Jeff Gorman, what's going on? Hi to you.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff? Nice to see you, my friend.
So this off-season free agency is going to determine a lot. about the makeup and the chemistry of this team moving forward. Is there going to be players who are going to want to take maybe a few dollars off what their maximum value is to get that opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl? Is Sean Payton going to be the leader that this team needs? Yes.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you,
I
Jeff.
love the
Is
Broncos.
Sean Payton going to be the leader for this team to take them to the next steps and beyond for a long time? A lot of questions that has to be answered this offseason. I know Sean Payton's been poking the bear this offseason, not being accountable for his actions and starting to violate some patient-doctor confidentiality. Let's just see what happens with free agency. Did y'all reserve your...
You are classic, dude. You are classic. Go ahead and read it, Spence. This is good.
Did y'all reserve your first class tickets on the Denver excuse train before the game or after? No, go ahead.
I didn't reserve anything. What I did reserve was my Super Bowl ticket that I had to return. Take a hit on it, but hey, we're not making excuses, dude. What I'm trying to say is what you see is what happened. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you go for the 3 points? No, they didn't. That would have been 10-0. I'm not making an excuse for why we lost. I'm saying if we had gone up 10-0 and had the Patriots gotten the 10 points, which we don't know because things may have changed in play calling and situations. But had it been 10-10, guess what? You go to overtime. Anything can happen in overtime. It was Sean Payton's stupidity that didn't allow us to go to overtime or potentially. I'm hitting a microphone, doggone it. Potentially go to overtime. Why? Because he's stupid. He threw a pass from a backup quarterback who hadn't thrown a pass in 2 years. Oh, yeah, he made that 43 or 47-yard pass, whatever. Okay, fine and dandy. But he couldn't make a little swing pass off to the right because everything was jacked up. That's not an excuse. That's reality. Watch the play. Watch the game. It's not an excuse. An excuse would be, well, we had a backup quarterback. No, we had a backup quarterback. Yes, that's a fact. That's not an excuse. It's a fact. But he should never have put that play in on 4th and 1. What happened to the tush push? Hello? Use a lineman to freaking take the handoff and run it up the middle. Anything. Do something original. I'm not making an excuse. I'm stating facts.
Yeah, we're not making excuses. We're just saying poor decisions were made. That's not an excuse. So I know you're. You know what, Josh? I know you're messing. I know you're messing with this and stuff. But boy, something. You know what? You know what I love about the chat the most is they know how to push my buttons. If they really want me to get going, they know how to push my button. Kind of like my wife. I mean, she knows how to do something. Joshua says, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. So see what if means, Jeff. You know what? Hey, you know what, Patriots? All I could say is good luck in the Super Bowl. I've got a sushi bet on the Seattle Seahawks.
That brings me into our last topic. Great segue there.
I just heard some clapping from the other side of the wall.
I agree. So,
the boss.
Yeah. So, Spence, you're so good at segueing everything in. Here is the last topic of tonight's show, the very last Friday of January 2026. Here it is. With the Super Bowl a week from Sunday, who has the best chance to win? Will it be a Seattle blowout, or do the Patriots surprise everyone? I have a predicted score. Spence, what do you say? Do you give the Patriots any chance in the world, knowing that Drake May has not practiced the last 2 days? Do you give Seattle's defense the strength? Do you give Seattle the West Coast not having to travel all that distance like the Patriots. Who do you see winning the Super Bowl? And what is the final score that you have?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to hold the drama of my final score prediction off until next week, since the game's not until then. All I can say is this. Seattle Seahawks will cover the 5 points. They're on a mission right now. As much as I have been hard on Sam Darnold and not a fan of his, not supporting him, this year in December, and everybody hit that like button. Thank you very much. This year in December and January, Sam Darnold stepped up. Contrary to what he's done in the past with the Jets, with the Vikings, Sam Darnold stepped up. He's going to have a bigger challenge going against New England. I think, again, he steps up. Seattle covers the 5 points.
All right. Do you want me to give a score now, or do you want me to hold it back till next week? It's your call.
Hold it back till next week. Let's have a little drama for next week.
Yeah, I'll hold it back. So let's wrap it up real quick with those in the chat. Joshua, being a Patriots fan, said, I'll be here after the Patriots win, and y'all gonna have to deal with me even more. Well, hey, you know what? We'll deal with it. It's all good.
That's fine.
We're fine.
Hey, we love dealing with anybody who's a fan of football. Doesn't matter which team, Chiefs, Patriots, Bengals, everybody. We appreciate you being a part of the program. We always want to hear your voice.
Brad says, Bronco Bill, do you think you and our Avalanche will win the Stanley Cup? Regarding the Super Bowl, I am not going to care because both of them beat us. That's true. Both of them did beat us. So let's go back to hockey. Avalanche are pissing me off big time. They have lost 2 in a row to hapless teams. They lost to we're Quebec. Not Quebec, but we lost to Montreal Canadiens and who's the other one? Another Canadian team we lost to. Anyways, we lost to 2 Canadian teams that suck. We never should have lost to them. So, I don't know if we'll win the Stanley Cup, but we had better start turning things around. That's for sure. Because as you can tell, I'm a huge Avalanche. Look at this.
Oh, you changed the flag already.
Well, yeah, we lost. And then I got that there, and I have that there. Yeah, I'm a huge Avalanche fan. Huge Avalanche fan. Hey, do you want to know something? The Avalanche team organization is celebrating 30 years as the Avalanche. And so every time they play a Canadian team, they wear the Quebec Nordiques jerseys. That is cool. That is cool. They did it last night in Montreal, and they did it the night before when they played not Edmonton or Toronto.
Maple Leafs.
Yeah. Put him.
By the way,
go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, my prediction is Kubiak will be the Raiders head coach in 2026. I've heard rumors of that, Jack.
You mean Gary Kubiak or Clint? Better not be Gary. If it's Gary Kubiak, I'm going to be pissed off. I hate to say this, Jack. I really hate to say this, Jack, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If Gary Kubiak stabs the Broncos organization by going to be the Raiders head coach, that to me will be sour grapes. I will never, ever, 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 ever want the Raiders to win anything, because that to me is wrong. Gary Kubiak meant everything to the Denver Broncos. Hey guys, Paul Shearer, hey guys, just finished a Mai Tai. Why don't we have a heated field? Why don't we have a heated field anymore? Huh?
A heated field that could have melted the snow like they have in Green Bay.
I don't think Denver ever had a heated field.
I don't think they ever did either.
Oh, by the way, the Broncos ownership group. What's the name? Greg Penner. Greg Penner's a spokesman for it all, and he said that the Broncos are going to no doubt after he said this after last Sunday's game. There's no doubt that any game with a possibility of snow or rain or inclement weather or cold freezing weather, the dome will be closed. The roof will be closed. He said that would have changed everything. Why are you crying?
Because one of the best games I ever went to was in a crazy snowstorm.
No. Why do you
Back
think
in
Super Bowls are?
1985.
Why do you think Super Bowls are in great weather? Well, unless it was New York and Seattle. I mean, Denver and Seattle and New York, then they don't care.
Yeah.
But because it's Eastern time zone again.
There you go. There you go.
So I agree with him. No, you make it the best possible situation for your team to win. Absolutely.
Amen.
And that's what I want.
All right.
Anyway,
so
we are 10 minutes away from 2 hours. Guys, it's been insanely amazing show. You guys are fantastic. Spence, I have nothing left to say other than take us home with the those comments in the chat and the gratitude that we have from them.
And I want to thank everybody, even Patriots fans and Bills fans, for being a part of the chat. We really appreciate you.
My
and
fans?
please, we appreciate everybody.
No,
So-
I know you said Bills fans. I'm like, oh, I got fans?
Yeah, you always have fans. Everybody in the chat's a fan of Bill. Victory Lap, thank you so much for checking in before you had to go to work. I know you're listening to us and you can't check in. Appreciate you being part of the show. Robert Moreno, thank you so much. Brad Harajian, thank you so much. David Yonkin, thank you for 2 months of being a supporter and a member. Rich Nichols, thank you so much. Teflon Don thinks the Broncos are cheeks. I don't think I've gotten enough of my buzz going to understand that. Jack Kenna, thank you so much for being a part of the program. We got to get you back on live. We will do that soon enough. Bert Montoya, thank you for being a part of the show. Son of Sammy, thank you for being a part of the show. Corey Hanks, appreciate your comments and being part of the show. Annie Barker, thank you for being part of the show. Casey Chief for life. Hope you guys have a better season, but not at our expense in 2026. Thomas Jennings, appreciate you being part of the show. Eric Haydiller, thank you for being part of the show. Flying Dragon. How many beers am I behind you, Flying Dragon? Have a great night. New England
good.
fan.
Good. It's Clint Kubiak.
Clint Kubiak. Oh.
Whew.
Okay. Ooh.
I feel much better, Jack. Thank you. My heart's back up into my chest.
All right. Hope Nation, who's a New England fan. Buddy, who's a New England fan. North County Rebel, who's a New England fan. The Massrod, who's a New England fan. Good luck to you guys.
You're just flying by. A New England fan.
Dwayne,
Okay.
thank you for being a part of the show. Gia, thank you for being a part of the show tonight. Red 28X, what's up with you? Appreciate you being part of the show. Royal Exodus, thank you for being part of the show. Joshua W8083, thank you for being a part of the show. Appreciate you being a part of the show, even though he is a New England fan. Ty Eagles, what's up? Hopefully you guys have a better season in the NFC. Would love to see a Denver Philly Super Bowl next year.
Okay, give me 5 minutes after the show, Jack.
All right. Jeff Germain, thank you very much for being a part of the show. Paul Schaefer, thank you very much for being a part of the show. Dad, thank you for all your text messages. Sorry I couldn't get them on the show. Appreciate you being part of the show. Gentlemen and ladies, appreciate you guys listening in and tuning in.
Gentlemen, boys, and girls.
Or as I like saying, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, NFL football fans, thank you for being a part of Broncos Buzz tonight.
Absolutely. We're not going to prolong this any longer. Guys, you've been fantastic as always. Always do appreciate you chiming in on the chat, supporting us, thumbs up, subscribing, and if you feel so inclined to become a member, of the MHRT family. We really would appreciate it. Guys, until next Friday, only the Pro Bowl is this Sunday, but until next Friday, we will have another show right before the Super Bowl. So have a fantastic weekend. We will be the first Friday of February. Guys, until we see you in the chat, have a fantastic sports weekend. We will talk to you then. Have a wonderful night. Till then, bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flame out. So high, I might never